Heart fans, we welcome you to the 2025 Heart Baseball Media Day, our fourth annual look at all 13 Heart Baseball programs. And right now, it's time to sit down with the defending Heart Baseball Conference Tournament champs, the Mount Mercy Mustangs. We have head coach Jack Dahm and student athlete Jeremy Figueroa. Coach Jeremy, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Coach, last season, obviously a memorable one for your Mustangs. You win your first ever Heart Conference tournament title after an incredible run. How special was that week, that postseason for you and your program?
It was really special. It's been a lot of hard work to try to get the program, really over the top to be able to win a championship. It's something that we've never done, never in the NAI regionals. And I believe the year before we got here, they had about 8 or 9 wins. So it's been a lot of work. I've been blessed with some tremendous assistance and some incredible student athletes over the past 10 years. And it was really special. We had a very special group of guys, and so it was a special run. But that's over with now, as I tell our guys, and we've got to move forward and set our goals on winning another championship this year. And you know how hard this league is. It's I kind of call it the Southeastern Conference of NAI baseball from top to bottom. You got some great teams, but we're looking forward to it. We'll have a different team, but we'll show up every day and compete.
All right, Coach, tell us about the guy next to you, and Jeremy, introduce us to him.
Jeremy, we're very fortunate that Jeremy decided to come back for that COVID year. He graduated last year, and 2 years ago was all conference and hit over 400, one of the best players at the NAI level. He had a little injury last year, or a few injuries, so he was battling back. But at the end of the season, there wasn't too many better infielders in the conference or country than Jeremy. So we're looking forward. He looks 100% healthy. He'll be the guy at the top of the order for us, and he's gonna be a heck of a player for us. We're excited to have Jeremy back.
Jeremy, let's bring you on. You're a senior from Chicago. Tell us about growing up in the Windy City, and are you a White Sox or Cubs fan?
Excuse me, I'm a Cubs fan actually. Grew up closer to northwest side of Chicago. So growing up there is just a lot of hard work. I had an older brother, Josh Figueroa, and he kind of paved the way for me back at home. And I just kind of look up to my older brother and just follow his footsteps. And he's been leading me in the right direction. And he's been a good person in my life for me.
Did you get into baseball then because of your brother? And then what allowed you to stick with baseball? What do you enjoy about it?
So yeah, he definitely paved the way for me growing up in Chicago. Just being able to play baseball and stay away from from the distractions in Chicago. He's been a big help, and playing baseball. It just sorry, excuse me. A little nervous here, but
Yeah,
so
his brother played at UIC, I believe, right?
yes.
So was a Division I baseball player and very, very good player at UIC.
Jeremy, you're doing great. I want to ask you this, though. Coach said he's glad to have you back for a COVID year. What are you most looking forward to, knowing that this is your last go around playing college baseball?
I'm glad to have the opportunity to come back. Most people don't get the opportunity to be back in this position, and I'm excited. I've looked at this year from a different perspective, and I'm not the young freshman and sophomore guy anymore. So it's kind of just growing up and maturing and trying to be a leader for the younger guys, because I was a freshman in their shoes, looking up to guys, and so I want to be that guy that they look up to and like know that we're gonna get to work and we're gonna get after it around here.
Coach, let's talk about the staff you have there at Mount Mercy. I feel like every year we're talking about your sons and where they are. Are they on staff? Are they still playing for you? Well, if I've got this right now, you've got 2 of them on your staff now after playing for you. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. One of the things that made it special last year, and I think all the players knew it too, is it was Tyler's last year. So to win a championship with him on the team, my son Casey's still on staff, but he doesn't. He's not around very often because he works at an academy. But Tyler's actually a graduate assistant in the athletic department and helping out on staff. So that's special. Really, all 10 now 11th year I'm here. Either I've been coaching my sons or they've been on the staff, and that makes it pretty special. They're good baseball guys too, so they definitely help the guys. You know, my oldest boy, Casey, he's a tremendous infield coach, and a lot of guys go to his academy and work there. And so it's worked out very well. It's really been a family affair here for us. But unfortunately, Tyler's gone because he was a heck of a player. But we've got some guys that I'm really looking forward to coaching this team, because we have a lot of guys that have been sitting back behind some very talented players who kept coming back because of COVID. So we graduated a ton of guys, but we've got a lot of guys like Bryce Brown and Jaden Hackbarth and Josh Notriano who got about 25 starts a year ago, and they're ready to they're going to be outstanding players in this league. So we're looking forward to that. And then also a couple other kids that haven't had a chance, Cedric Dunwald and Derek Einertson. Those guys, we've been loyal to them. We decided not to go out and over recruit or recruit kids because they've paid their dues the last few years, and they're going to be very good players in our program. So we're gonna be a little different. We're gonna be scrappy though. We got good speed. We'll be a good defensive team, and then our pitching staff will be very solid again, led by what I think is one of the best pitchers in the country, Ashton Schwab. Should have been an All-American last year, wasn't. I think it was 7-0 or 8-0. Pitched great, throughout the entire season. So we're fortunate to have him back, and Jeremy. Those are two of the premier players in our league. And if you're going to have success, you need to have a guy on the mound that can win every first game, and then a guy in the batting order that can kind of stand up there and drive in the runs and steal bases and all the things that Jeremy can do.
A nice base to start with for sure. Jeremy, let's switch back over to you. Talked about winning the conference tournament last year. How much fun was that for you and your teammates, and how much do you enjoy that ballpark down there? Obviously, I'm sure you have great memories at this point.
Yeah, it was really special. I don't think words can really describe that year and just the overall impact that it's had on me recently. So it was a great time. I mean, we were out there, we were playing hard. The first game we ended up walking it off. So I mean, there was a lot of fighting in there, and it was, I don't know, it just meant so much because everyone had the same goal, and we did everything we could to pull it off in the end. So it was really special.
Jeremy, take us off the field for you. What are you doing in terms of a major and classes, and do you have any career goals once baseball stops for you?
So yeah, I graduated, like Coach said. I graduated with a sports management degree, and now I'm doing my grad classes, and I'm in supply chain management. And I'm trying to stay around the baseball game. I definitely want to be a coach. I look up to Coach right here. So he's been great for me, and just, I mean, like I said, another role model. Just looking up to him and the way he goes about his business and how he handles things, and it's just been great having him next to me. So I definitely want to be a coach at some point and continue to be in the baseball organization.
Jeremy, last question for you. Since it's your last season, you got your walk-up song picked out already?
So actually here, we get a list of walkout songs, and we haven't got that list recently. So I'm not too sure at the moment, but I'm thinking of a good one. So we got to figure out a good one on the list. Maybe add one on the list that isn't there.
I was going to say, as much experience as you have, you should be able to put songs on the list, I'd think.
I agree too. We're gonna have to talk to Coach about that one.
We'll pass that one on to Noah. So
okay, Coach. When you hear Jeremy talk about you like that, we talk about you've called it a family affair, having your sons involved with the program, but it feels like even the guys who aren't your blood feel like sons to you. Do you feel like this is just a big baseball family you guys have?
Oh, without a doubt. And I think that's what Jeremy's talking about is it's a very special group. Since I've been here from day one, I think our team chemistry, the kids that we've had in the program have been just great kids, and they've gone out and done very well, in the community. And honestly, when we won last year, there's a lot of thoughts about those guys that got us going. We weren't very good, and we had a lot of work to do. Now, the last few years, we've been pretty good. Us winning the tournament wasn't a surprise to us by any means. We've battled a lot of injuries. We had a very talented team, and I think we were the best team in the league by the end of the year when you look at the depth of the pitching staff, the depth of our position players. I mean, we were good, and we had very talented players, and we went in the regionals and proved it. Won a couple big games, and so that was great experience for our guys. But it's a new year. You know, our strength of our program is our players and our team chemistry. That's something. It's not about baseball. Our logo or our motto is win the day. Attitude, effort, shake and bake, and shake and bake is to have fun, and that's really what it's about. You know, people talk about the process, but we live it here, and we want to win, but we're going to do things the right way, and we try to on a daily basis on and off the field.
Coach, I'll end with this recent big news there on the Mount Mercy campus, the athletic department adding football in 2026. How exciting is that for you being part of that?
You know what? It's awesome. I think it's going to be great for Mount Mercy. I think it's going to be great for the community. Our coach is on campus, MD Daniels. He's tremendous. Get along with him very well, trying to help him out. Hopefully we can get a couple kids that'll be two-way players, you know, be able to play football and also baseball. But you know, it's fun. It's going to give us something on the weekends that our guys can go watch. And you know, who doesn't love football? I mean, most of my guys, you know, they're all talking about trying out for the football team. You know, they think they can all still play football. Now Jeremy's only about 5'2", well, maybe 5'5". So Jeremy's not talking about football, but we got some other guys that are, and so we're excited. You know, my guys think they could play basketball. They think they could play football, and thank goodness they're good baseball players. And yeah, we'll have one thing I do want to say is our pitching staff will be pretty good too. We brought in some really good players. Got some guys that have developed also. So we've talked about those position guys, but those pitchers, that's what every year we're usually pretty good on the mound, and we'll be good again this year with the guys that we've brought in. And so we're looking forward to that.
Great stuff. Coach Jeremy, thank you so much for the time. Have a great 2025 season.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.